We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
Thank you for joining us today as we dedicate this monument to a man of inspiring vision and transformative action, my father, Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. It's no accident that the official dedication could not occur on August 28th, the anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech.
So the water's accumulating on the highway. It's like the ocean.
Could it be, perhaps, that the dedication not taking place on the anniversary of that great speech is indicative of God wanting us to move forward to look at the rest of King? That as we survey the current events and global cries for an alleviation of poverty and economic oppression, we are being pulled from the familiar place and the comfort place of I Have a Dream to focusing on another aspect of Dr. King's life. Perhaps the postponement was a divine interruption to remind us of the King that moved us beyond the dream of racial justice to the action and work of economic justice. Perhaps God wanted to remind us that 43 years ago, when our father was taken from us, that he was in the midst of starting a poor people's campaign where he was galvanizing poor people from all walks of life to converge on this nation's capital and stay here and occupy this place until there was change in the economic system and a better distribution of wealth. Perhaps God wanted us to move beyond the dream into action, and maybe we were unable to dedicate this monument on August 28th just because of that. And he's saying to us, it's time to readjust. In fact, over 43 years ago, he told us that we must become maladjusted to certain social ills. We should never adjust to the 1% controlling more than 40% of the wealth. We should never adjust to violence of any form, bullying or being bullied. The deep rumbling of discontent that we hear today is the thunder of disinherited masses rising from the dungeons of oppression to the bright hills of freedom. I hear my father saying, as we protest, though, we must conduct ourselves on a higher plane of dignity and discipline. We must have a radical revolution of values and a reordering of our priorities in this nation. And one day we'll all be able to say